bicycle, and Jimmy got a bicycle. He got a bicycle too. I got a bicycle, and I love my bicycle. And when people tell me Jimmy, I tell them Jimmy who, yeah. He may think that his bike is so much better than mine, but he would change his mind if he took mine for a ride. Bicycle, bicycle, I love you. I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna ride and ride and ride and ride. We're gonna ride and ride and ride. Ride and ride and ride and ride. We're gonna ride and ride and ride. Ride and ride and ride and ride. We're gonna ride and ride and ride. We're gonna ride and ride and ride and ride. We're gonna ride and ride and ride. Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. So, hi everybody out there in Acadiana land. We are live today.
So live.
So very live. I mean, look, watch, check this out.
Yep.
Yep. Live as can be. And we're coming to you this Saturday. This Sunday. We're not on Facebook.
Kind of we are.
Well, we are with a link. So if you're not watching, then you won't hear this. So whatever.
No, don't. That's a defeatist attitude.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, let me just send out the vibe then. Watch this on Facebook, on YouTube. So anyway, we have a great show planned today. Our musical guest could not make it, unfortunately, so we are going to wing it.
What we mean is they couldn't make it because they weren't up to snuff, so we booted them.
Well, what we mean is they couldn't, I guess they couldn't get a ride. I don't know what happened exactly.
Dang.
But they weren't, they're not here, let's put it that way. So we're going to wing it as we...
Are here.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to wing it as we've done so many times before, to your delight.
There we go.
Ah, there's that beautiful picture. That's a photo that Michelle and I would take in rain, of all places. You wouldn't think it looks like something out of Manhattan or something. I didn't know Rain was called the Queen City, but apparently it is. And so we did that a few weeks ago. That was right before we went to Biloxi that weekend. Oh, speaking of Biloxi, I brought a gift for you, Jacob.
What?
Yeah, I did.
I have a gift for you, but a 1-year-old gave it to you. I didn't actually.
Oh, they shouldn't have. So,
All right, I'm about to be out there.
okay, so
I know you
we have so much stuff to talk about because we have not done a show in...
forever, like 3 weeks.
This is we skipped 2 shows, so this is the 3rd week since our last show, which was a doozy, if you remember. So look, my list is like this long, it's jam-packed, and I wrote small. So we have all kinds of stuff to talk about, to include some photos that I've sent to Jacob. We'll do those in a little while. We do have a guest in studio, and we have so many things to talk about as far as what's been going on in the community and whatnot. So, oh yeah, we also got this cool thing. So, since we're not on Facebook, we're gonna do, but it'll be coming soon.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
All right, I'm finally putting up a graphic. Oh, that's not it.
Whoa.
Eventually, I'm going to be out there.
Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore now.
You want to show another picture?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Man, we have a colorful table here. Look at the stuff. Wow, that's my... Okay, there we are. That was the day... Not the day... that was on my birthday, June 3rd, beginning of the month. We went for a ride in the Vermilion. We took the old boat out and went for a cruise. Great time. We left from... what's it called? By the airport. Beaver Park.
Oh, yeah.
Went to Breaux Bridge, And then when we turned around, I passed up Beaver Park and said, you know what, this has not been long enough. So we went to Ambassador Caffrey and turned around and came back. So really fun ride. I think we did about 15, maybe that's 15 miles or so, something like that. Good time though. Really contrasted our last boat ride, which was kind of cold actually, back in, I guess that was maybe October or something. This one was quite warm. So yeah, that was fun times. As you can see in that picture, Mariah is captain. Yes,
Can I ask you something?
sure.
Did you hit any sandbars in Lafayette?
No,
No shallow water?
no, it wasn't as deep as it is now, but it was plenty deep. It was easy to launch and no problems whatsoever.
Just like this show.
So easy to launch.
Now we're going, golly.
Oh, here,
You know, I got sun. I think it just doesn't take on me.
well, we're both pretty bright.
I'm gonna fix that a little.
I mean, you can. I was gonna give you a gift. You just keep jetting out on me.
I'm sorry. Oh, gift. Gosh, no, I'm coming back because I love
Wait, it's a little grainy now. It's a little too much. There's bugs all over me. Bugs.
The miasma.
Oh, the gnats. Okay, there it is. Now it's my head though. It's not the picture, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
If this show was ever together, it's falling apart. Okay. There's another picture.
I lost the original. Here we go. Where is it?
Oh my goodness.
This
Okay.
show is hard to do.
I know. Where's Boost, man?
I've lost the touch. I rely on
Okay, look.
Boost Later.
I got you this fabulous hand-painted,
Whoa, a magnet.
hand-painted
Poop.
Frigidaire magnet.
It sticks to me.
It's
That's good.
hand-painted by robots in China. By Robot Machine.
Robot hands.
Hands,
It's
yeah, that-
digitally created with robot digits.
They named the machine Hand.
And
So
What are you
everything-
doing, Dave?
Everything it makes is hand-painted.
what if it makes mistakes?
Made mistakes.
I don't know. That could lead to.
I mean, look at the detail
A
of
robot
that.
uprising.
The flowery shirt and whatnot. Oh, does that stick into that plate? Oh my God, it did.
I'm only weakly magnetic. All right, let's get our guest on
Absolutely, yeah.
so that he can get on with his life.
Right. He's like, over there. Like, can I please leave?
We have Roger Peak on today from Chicago. What is up, man?
Hello.
How are
Good
you?
evening. Thank you for having me on.
Have a seat, and I'm gonna zoom in on our.
Oh yeah, the poster. Or-
no.
So how are you this lovely day, hot day?
Doing good. We just had a great show, a matinee.
Oh yeah.
And it was a great show and maybe our best audience, which is a real surprise for a matinee.
Awesome.
And they were very responsive and very lively, and they loved the show, and they were hooping and hollering throughout the whole thing.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, it was a great audience.
Man, it is a great show, and I say that as a theater goer in town, and I love shows, but I'll say when they're they could use a little more production. This thing has got production for days. Everybody is amazing. The leads are phenomenal. And I was just really like blown away. And at the end of a lot of these numbers, just like a lot of times I'll kind of get misty-eyed from thinking about what the character's going through. I was getting misty-eyed thinking about how incredible this thing is, man.
You're absolutely right. There's a whole army of people backstage doing everything from building the sets to the microphone, the tech, makeup, hair, on and on and on. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It is worth watching, and you can catch it for another week. You'll see the evening time behind us, but there's also matinees on Saturday and Sunday. So these people,
Great. So I haven't missed it.
you haven't missed it. And
Okay.
dude, the time to go really is the Saturday night because they're doing 2 shows. So they're white, but it means that they're just like throwing everything into it. And
2 back to back.
2 back to that's like pro-fesh. They do it
That's
2 p.m. and a
awesome.
7:30. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
4 more shows.
I know, it's really cool.
Next Friday night, 2 shows Saturday, and the final show is a matinee next Sunday.
Yes. So if you're watching this live or soon because you TiVo us or whatever it is you
Or
do.
can watch this link later.
Yeah, you can watch this link now. It's on AOC's YouTube, and we'll reshare it and follow your comments and like or dislike them as needed.
And I see it's at Burt Hawthorne.
Yeah, it's at Burke Hall, Burke Hawthorne Hall. It's like poor Hawthorne. You know, he got kind of shafted because I always just say Burke.
True. Right.
It's like Hawthorne.
Oh, it's not the
his
same
hall
guy?
too.
It's not. Is his name
Oh,
Burke
it
Hawthorne?
may be, or it might be like a lady with a hyphenated last name. That makes way more sense. It's
Or maybe
so and
it's his
so.
first and last name.
Right. That's what I thought. But
I'd
Burke
like
is
to-
kind of a funny first name.
Yeah, no, it's not Burke. I think it would be like the last, or maybe it's 2 last names. Back in the day, people had 5, 6 last names. All my younger siblings have like 5 names apiece.
Well,
Except Jessie, she only has
I
a
got to
couple
tell
of
you,
them.
fellas, I was at first I thought that maybe this wasn't a good idea. That maybe if I came on the show to plug Chicago, we would get fewer people coming. But after doing the interview,
It's like, Roger Peak is in it? No, thank you. I've seen enough.
that's not what I meant.
No, no.
So, no, thanks for having me on. Although spontaneous, and
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
I love your intro. And
Roger's actually here to assist with the show that is on AOC after us. You can also watch it on AOC's YouTube, Ecologic, which is run by Harold Shuffler, but Roger helps with the tech.
I try.
And we were trying to work out something to make sure that those are also available on Ecologic's YouTube in perpetuity.
so great.
Yes,
Thanks
thanks for
for having
coming,
me,
man.
fellas.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it
Appreciate
again
it.
next weekend, and I'm actually going to check the sound and see if any of that was recorded.
Oh boy.
No, I know it is, but it's
Bye. Thank you.
See you later. So we did last Saturday night. We went on a canoe ride, I guess you'd say, not a trip necessarily. We went out to Henderson.
Canoe ride. What? So you didn't paddle?
I paddled. We both did. I mean, it was.
So
wasn't
you were.
windy.
So you were a paddler.
I was a paddler.
Paddler.
I was the helmsman.
Oh, that's fun. I'm always the bunsman. All right. Anyway, do the thing. You're not doing the.
Oh yeah! Oh, dang it! I forget. I
Never
know.
mind. Don't say there's a thing. Just do
Right,
it.
yeah. So anyway, we went. It was almost a full moon. The full moon was Monday, I think. Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was Monday, but Saturday night it was a full-ish moon, and so
It was fulsome.
I'll say
fulsome
this:
moon.
out there in the middle of Henderson, you can't basically tell how far you are from, somewhat how far you are from land, but we were out there in the middle, like we were out a ways, and all I could think was, we get to see this, the moon shining off the water, shadowing the cypress trees.
Yeah.
Excuse me, in the middle of this huge open body of water
It's so
in South
huge.
Louisiana, and we're light breeze. We're just like floating along with the breeze.
I like to back out with that thought process too, because then you think about like you're really in the larger delta of Mississippi, like the largest floodplain of this continent.
Yeah.
This great continent on this
Like
planet,
40%
and just like
of the water
Yeah.
drains that comes
Yes.
from the north drains right through that area. Well, through the Mississippi.
but yeah, that floodplain.
same thing. Yeah,
It's crazy.
So now,
And we're
granted,
just these little beings, we're only a little bigger than mosquitoes,
absolutely, yeah. I'm just insignificant.
Big enough though.
So I'm sure there are people in, let's say, Colorado that are looking at a mountain view that say, "Man, we get to see this."
Yeah.
It's something. There's something beautiful everywhere, but we have our own unique, awe-inspiring scape that we get to go view, and this was it. We were out there at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Ooh, and it was the solstice, or close to it.
It was last weekend.
Yeah, but still practically.
Yeah. So
You know.
it was really beautiful. I did have a picture of me and Jason in the canoes, but
Do we have it? You sent it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, okay. If you can scroll through and find it. But pretty much we just grabbed a bottle of wine. And there it is. Well, that was quick. Good job.
I'm a stroller.
So we had a bottle of wine, a good cigar, and there's my cigar. And we had a great time. I cannot stress how awesome it was. And you can actually get on Facebook and search. We named it Canoe Yawns.
Oh my god.
If you search that, it comes up, and we do little canoe excursions free of charge. Canoes are available. You don't even have to bring a boat. You just show up, you guys used them a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, a small donation would be fine with Skip, because they do it for it's the Boy Scouts, but the canoes are just sitting there dormant at all other times. So it's what are you gonna do? You can't hurt the canoe, so we can go use them. I forgot to mention how cool the alligators were. So, as I got out of the car and went around the end of the fence to go pick our canoes out, go flip 2 canoes over, I scared an alligator that was on the bank right into the water immediately when I walked up. So I turned on my headlight and I looked around and I saw eyes. I was like, wow, this is gonna be cool.
As long as they're not big and they're far apart, because then it's
You mean like right here?
yeah.
No, they were far enough away. They were out in the middle, and they don't want anything to do with you.
Oh, exactly, man. Yeah.
Some people did not come with us because they didn't want to be alligator food.
Yeah.
You're not gonna unless you go, even if you went swimming with them.
I think people fail to realize how racist the animal kingdom is. Like, and I say that not even joking. Like people are always afraid of roaches or snakes or rats or whatever. They're all trying to get away from you. Don't be afraid of them. Just stand there and they'll be gone.
Now, a flying roach, though, that can it may
well, they're annoying.
It may not want to get on you, but they will hit you.
These bugs want to get on me, Paul. I catch bugs in the house and throw them out, and sometimes I just kill them because they're annoying me. But I'm not supposed to, according to whatever.
Roaches. Ugh.
But I throw them out, and they'll just come right back. They're like, "No, I wanted to hang out with you."
Yeah,
and I was like, "You're
not allowed."
That's not my
with
point
me.
I was making.
So, the gators basically, as you're paddling out, they maybe from here to the camera at the closest, but way before that, most of them will just.
Yep.
I'm out of here.
Like, I ain't even
Dive
dealing
down,
with this.
Get out.
I don't smell cheeseburgers.
Nope. And even if they did, that's the thing. Unless you were swimming with them, but also even if you jumped in the water, they would still be like, "Why is this thing jumping in the water?"
If you were a baby tossed into the water, then they might be like, "Oh, that's food."
Possibly for size.
But even then, exactly, because it's like
a chomp.
But we look like some gangly mutant.
Oh yeah, they don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
99% of the time. Now,
if it's a real big one.
If you don't swim in the water, you're completely safe because they're not going to get in your boat.
Yes.
So, anyway, it was a beautiful night, beautiful time.
Paul's just trying to explain that he wasn't afraid of the alligators.
I'm really mostly trying to explain that you don't need to be. It was. You should come with us next time.
I want to. Yeah.
You and
so did y'all launch at McGee's?
Same place.
That's cool.
Yeah, we just got there's that wooden fence.
Yeah.
You walk around the end of that, and we got in.
So tell me this. Okay, so we went out there and we didn't really paddle much. We kind of got out in the middle, then we were chilling, and we even tied the few canoes together.
Yeah.
And so we end up over the course of an hour floating all the way to the interstate.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that happen because of boats going in and out and wake, or is the water coming in? Is that
I don't think there's any. I don't think.
What do they call
Somebody
that
might
when the
correct me,
seawater?
but I don't think there's a current, so to speak, in Henderson Lake. Or
but I wonder if it's just
swamp
water coming in from the ocean.
No, it shouldn't go that way. If anything, right now it should be going the other way. I think. I would think if it even had a flow, but I think what was pushing us was the breeze. So the breeze, if you had a south wind that day, you would have been pushed toward the interstate. So we thought the show could not get any cheesier.
But that's probably what it is.
I mean,
well, that was because the arrow hit the mark.
Okay. So I think you probably got blown by a breeze because we had a breeze coming like from the east, west, from the west.
See, that's the thing, man.
Southwest.
At night,
well,
I wouldn't know where I was out there.
We would have been being pushed sort of toward
What
the
if you
interstate.
get turned around? You just got to go away from the interstate.
Well, first of all, the moon was out.
Oh, okay. But it moves.
Well, very slightly. We were only out there for like 3 hours. And also, not only that, the moon was out, but it was also illuminating you could still see the levee And so
Okay.
it was beautiful. I mean,
Man,
it was
I
like
bet it was so beautiful.
it was
Can you see
amazing.
stars?
Well, there's a lot of
Light
light
pollution.
pollution from the moon.
Whoa.
Not from cities.
On a moonless night, you could see a bunch of stars.
We want to go back.
Yeah,
On the opposite
the new
when it's
moon.
completely dark. Yes.
Cool.
So yeah, fun time. That was good stuff. So you know what else is good stuff? Bacon.
Bacon.
What is the deal?
Specifically, Paul's bacon. That is crazy, man.
Right.
So I gave one away. Next time it'll be to you. I would have brought 2 on the show, but since I got this at the farmer's market,
That's where I was going to ask.
we
you.
had one, and I But I'm gonna get 5 more next time. This bacon,
it's meat candy.
I feel like it's the same as the Kobe. The Kobe beef is to
Right.
These pigs must be getting like back massages
Yeah.
or belly massages. Oh,
Right. Yeah.
rubbing their bellies because it's just crazy.
Mariah has bought it before.
I'm gonna
and
zoom in on it so
okay.
people can see if they want.
Mariah has bought this bacon before, and man,
It's unreal, man.
and they, you know, I always cook bacon super crispy. They specifically say don't super crisp it, like
Yes.
don't burn
Char.
it, so to
Yeah.
speak. Just cook it till it's crispy, a little on the outside, and it's perfection.
Yeah.
Good stuff from a local good guy, a good friend.
Oh yeah, great guy. The funny thing is, like 2 days after I got this from him, it was like Monday, and I was watching the local news. It must be KDN or
Was he
the
on
other-
there?
Yeah, he was on there. I was waiting for Michelle because she was on there to talk about Chicago.
Okay.
And he's on to talk about the oxygen therapy. It's low.
Oh, you're talking about Paul
Bosworth.
Bosworth.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so a different Paul makes this.
That's Paul A. Well, they both do.
Okay, well, yeah, Paul Bosworth was selling it at the thing,
Yes.
and so I thought maybe he was calling it that for some other reason. So it's
No,
another.
Paul Ao
all
is
these
the
all
one
these
that-
industrious Pauls.
Yeah, every time we get together, it's like crazy. Somebody
Yeah.
says Paul, and we're all like, "Hey, what? What?"
Ooh, I saw your desire to have a Paul like you do the brew built already, but do like an actual a dealership sign for the back of all your cars you fix.
Yeah. In fact, I'm probably going to talk to a friend tonight about getting those printed.
That's cool.
I want like 5 of them. I don't want.
I
don't
don't
want
know,
to-
Paul. 5 is going to go fast.
Well, I don't want them on every car.
Ah,
The cars I would like them on would be like maybe the Beetle
okay.
and the Metropolitan when it's done.
Yeah.
Vintage looking.
The ones that you've
stock
actually really
kinda
like
cars.
restored, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Beetle's full of stickers and stuff anyway, but I think it would look really cool on the Metropolitan. The
What a-
Sprite, not so much. You know, not those kind.
What about a larger print run for just like Paul's friends? Paul helps me fix this car a lot.
Yeah, you need some.
I need some brakes.
I'm doing
Just
I'm doing,
pads, or should I grab the whole shebang?
pads. I'm
Okay.
sure pads. I mean, if you wanted to,
It still brakes really well. It's just that it makes that
it's just
noise.
what it is. When they get to a certain point, they're not worn out yet, but there's a little metal spring
Uh-huh.
that makes that horrible noise on purpose, so that you'll know.
And to ostracize your fellow man when they go by and haven't fixed their
I
brakes
just like
yet.
shake my head at people with that. I'm like,
Oh my gosh, you'd be doing a lot of head shaking.
I did today.
You did. He did. I passed him.
I was like,
So what? Yeah, I'll text you later or tomorrow and see when I can come by.
we could do it like Thursday or something.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of cars, I had quite the car adventure this weekend. Not
What?
adventure, but I worked on the Saturn. Well, almost all
The
day.
the other Saturn.
the new one, the gray one,
Yeah.
the one I got for $100.
Yeah, for those who follow, if this was a comic book, there would be a C issue number 2 weeks ago.
So I got this car for $100 like a month ago and pulled it out of somebody's front yard. When I realized that it would run, we said, well, let's fix it up. And so motor mounts, timing belt, new air conditioner system, the list is long of things I did to it. But what's crazy is if you can do the work yourself, and nothing I did couldn't be done by somebody with a pair of ramps and a jack. Really. You could do it in your driveway.
Yeah.
The fact that I have the lift helps.
Yeah.
But it's not, I've done it many times without the lift.
With
You
like
know?
half of the car up.
Yeah, you lift the front and then you use the jack to change the position of the motor so you can change the motor mounts and
Wow.
things like that. If you take your time and can follow simple directions, like or
Yeah.
watch YouTube videos. Now YouTube's a great resource. Almost anybody could do what I did
I mean, dude.
with a standard set of tools.
So I got a buddy, Paul. Not Paul. Blah.
It's too many Pauls.
Anytime I say Paul, blah. Saul. Yeah, we're booing you, Saul. No,
No, booing
Saul.
you.
Saul is
Yeah.
one of these like hyper geniuses. He's a big audiophile, but he has been posting. He took a transmission out, took it apart, fixed it, put it back together.
A manual transmission?
I'm assuming it was manual.
Yeah, because automatic transmissions
Are crazier?
well, they're magic. I don't know how they work. They're just,
But I don't know because this dude is that Rubik's Cubey.
you can repair an automatic transmission.
God.
I've never done it. I've actually watched someone disassemble a Turbo 350 and put it all back together, and he did it so fast. I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
what just happened here?
Man.
But it was impressive the way that they work with their valving and the way
Yes.
that clutches engage and things like that. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
And
It's
they're all
mechanically
out there working
magical.
right now. A bunch of them, like tons.
Oh well, that's
You
the
know, that's-
crazy thing to think about.
They mass-produce these things and they all
trillions
work.
of RPMs going on. You know, all this stuff just. You know, when we talk about like a car wants to run, it's literally just this engine is built so, this device
Yeah,
with all
the
these
machine.
parts. This machine is built so well. It just like wants to.
People,
It just work. It's either working or it's breaking.
and the thing is, if you stay on top of it and perform maintenance to it, and you have to kind of feel the machine. You know, you have to feel when something's off. You have to know, and if you do that and stay with it, you can literally. My other Saturn has 270,000 miles on it,
Yeah.
and it
See-
feels like brand new.
See, my question is, are we ever going to get to the point where, okay, so they have, it's like a 1% potential failure rate on a space shuttle. There's some number where, like, you know, this rocket or this spacefaring thing can have this many parts fail and it still works. You know, there's redundancy and all this.
Right.
Are we ever going to get to a point where our vehicles can, like, go into space and there's just too many parts to ever, like, be able to, fix yourself?
Well,
You know?
cars don't. Normal cars, like race cars, do, but not regular cars. Don't have redundancy really.
Yeah.
Some
Well, they
of them
don't have
do.
6 million parts either. They have like probably 100,000 parts.
Maybe something like that,
Or fewer even.
It's it's all a matter of maintenance, literally taking care of it.
Yeah.
If you every car in the junkyard was brand new at one time, and
Oh wow, that's profound,
you
dude.
know, at some point, somebody just, like my Saturn was literally about to go to pull apart. The day
Yeah.
I went get it, he was going to bring it to pull apart. Now, what I did to it, $1,800. It did cost parts, $1,800 of parts. Doing all the labor myself, not myself, Mariah and myself. I gotta give credit. because
Shout out.
She spent. Well, this is two people, spent probably 8 hours cleaning the interior.
Wow.
It was horrible. It was mildewed, algae.
Did y'all pull out carpet or just
everything?
Okay.
Literally, all that was left in it was the dashboard and the headliner, which I changed yesterday. So that's another day of labor.
Yeah.
You know, if you're willing to put the work in, it's all taking screws out in a systematic method and putting it back together.
It's funny you say that because Marie Delahousie, who comes in, her kid is actually an intern here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she comes in, her AC's gone out on her Prius.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you having talked about, like, I ain't working on a Prius. So Shahid and I are, telling her, they tell her it's like $2,400 to fix this thing. And me and Shahid are like, bull crap, no way. And so we go, she ends up leaving and we're watching videos. Well, yeah, $2,400 is cheap.
Right.
For what you have to do.
And
You have to take the whole dash out. It's all these different things, and then go in and take more stuff out and take this thing out.
I don't say it only because I don't like electric vehicles. I say it
Yeah.
because Priuses are hard to work on.
Yeah,
They're different.
Like it's the same thing. You could follow these steps, but there are innumerable steps.
Well, first of all,
You plan for a day of taking it out.
It would take more mechanical ability than working on my Saturn. I'll say that. My
Yeah.
Saturn could be taken apart with a set of hand tools. The only thing that was hard was the crankshaft bolt.
Really?
to get the harmonic balancer off the crankshaft. This is car
Harmonic
talk.
balancer. That sounds that's starship talk. A harmonic balancer.
Well, what it does is it's your belt that drives your pulley that drives your belt system to run the alternator and whatnot.
Okay.
And it's two rings. There's a middle ring that bolts to the crankshaft. Then there's a rubber isolator, or I guess you call it that. And then there's your pulley itself that goes outside of that, and they're bonded together. And what it does is any vibration that you have in your crankshaft, slight vibration, supposedly it allows the weight to shift around, and that thing gives.
Wow.
And it keeps the car from vibrating. It makes it
Whoa.
all smooth out. The one on the Honda,
It's like the third leg of an electrical system.
It's more like a fluid type of balancing system. Like as there's a vibration.
It's like the head of a chicken on its
yes,
neck.
exactly.
It's like,
That's
the
better.
head doesn't move. I can't do it.
That's
but
actually
you've
better.
seen a
A
chicken.
better description.
Sooner or later, I'll get a rudimentary metaphor.
Well, what it does is it takes that vibration out. Well, that thing was, man, it was tight. I don't know if you could do that. That's the one thing I don't know that you could have removed with hand tools
Yeah.
in a driveway.
Yeah.
I had it on the lift, locked down with two tall jack stands. I had a 4-foot breaker bar on my
Wow.
on my cheater pipe on my breaker bar.
We'll let Harold Scheffler in.
Okay, and so I was pushing up with the with my shoulder on this thing. So not everything can be done, but for the most part, yes. See if anybody has commented on our link. But I hope y'all are watching. If not, I might post it again during the week. You can check it out if you are bored for an hour. So, anyway, yes. Love working on cars. We've done that basically all weekend. And it's cool when you're done to have something that was kind of basically a piece of junk that was going to get trashed, and you can see enough quality potential in it that it's worth fixing. And so yeah, we got that done. So yeah, today was a whirlwind of activities. My friend Jason came over, Mariah was there. It was hot. How hot was it?
It was so hot.
Man, it was hot. And we were
That-
outside all day
Yesterday?
today.
Oh, man. And then it, plays like it's going to rain.
It rained on us a couple times, and we were thankful.
Yeah.
We were
but it
like-
barely rained. It finally kind of broke for 10 minutes around my place.
It rained enough one time while I was weed eating to give a brief coolness.
You know what you do?
Oh,
if you
and-
have a weed eater, it's actually like a great fan for a friend's face, you know? It's going to hold it up.
Don't try that.
Don't do that.
Don't try that at home.
I love how fastidious you're being with the
move?
device. Yeah, I thought Paul was just going to be before he was finding the worst ones.
Oh, no, that one,
We said
no.
we weren't going to even do that one.
Get that one.
That's
ever.
bad.
Well, I'm gonna have to put a piece of tape over that one. I do like this one though. I'm thinking about starting a reggae band. And having,
I thought you were going to do a soccer team.
well, yeah.
like-
Is there a correlation? I don't know why they do it in reggae music.
I'll tell you this:
There's
those
that and
Islanders,
chickens.
those Islanders play a lot of soccer, or they call it
There's
football.
like chicken
or,
noises and that horn. They play that in the middle of a song, just out of the blue. It's like, where did that come from? And a chicken noise.
it's like the cowbell or the you know
But
the
it's
little
not-
box. It's like you just you find a thing,
Well,
and
at
it's like,
least
well,
those
we're going
things
to
are
incorporate.
rhythmic.
I guess you're right.
This
That's
is
not
just in the
rhythmic.
middle, like a chicken crows in the middle of these.
I
songs.
think it's the air raid siren. That's what they're trying to do. Like the actual. It's like, oh, it's about to drop. You know.
Okay, don't hit this one.
Oh, Paul,
I meant
come
to,
on,
I
man.
meant to point at it, but
Make a joke about the frogs.
most of the things in our show require this. Because thank you everyone out there. No,
Constant approval.
no, seriously, no, thanks.
We
Okay.
crave it. And constant pretzels. Remember that if you're ever wondering what you should get me. But not on my birthday because I already get pretzels that day, so I don't want to be inundated.
Right.
Some other day.
Too many carbs.
Oh, what day were you born? Didn't we figure it out the other day?
Yeah, it was a
We'll look it up again. You can do this.
Thursday, I think it was.
It's kind of a
Wednesday.
fun thing, digging through your calendar.
And I said it was 1 o'clock, but again, I think I was wrong.
I know. I used to think I was born at like 2 a.m. and that's not
Well,
true.
your mom was there, so she
Yeah,
totally.
that's right. Why bring that up?
She was like, no.
No, you doofus. She called me a doofus.
How am I supposed to remember when I was born? I wasn't like coherent.
Was it? Did we say the third of
I
the
was
73rd?
I was drunk.
Oh, got back to 1885 already.
Not that old.
Isn't
Good
that
Lord.
cool though? You can do that with the cat. Oh, I wonder if you can go back to BC. Let's find out. It probably stopped somewhere.
So you can find out what day Jesus was born?
Well, the interesting thing is he was born a few years prior to like BC, like whenever that happened, because somebody figured it wrong. Like a monk tried to figure it out in like the 300s and his math was off. That's like, yeah, way to go, monk. That's why we don't remember your name.
Yeah, it totally screwed everything up.
Oh, wow. Dude, I'm back to before dates now. It's just January.
How did you do that fast? Oh, I guess because
I text a lot. My thumbs are strong.
It's going by months, though.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I wonder
years.
when did it stop? Let's see. It stops in the 1500s. 15.
Now, who's going to need that?
Well, we needed it to find. Oh, I mean, you know,
Not the
we needed to find out when you were born, Paul.
the 1500s.
1583 is
That's
when
it. That's it. I
stops.
was born June 3rd, 1583.
So you were born on a Thursday, a Friday.
I moisturize.
Paul consumes moisturizer, and by moisturizer we mean the blood of some being that an eternal. He goes and finds fairies, bleeds them dry. You watch True Blood. It takes place in Louisiana.
We're not going to say.
We're not
We're
gonna-
going to quit talking about that.
Yes, we're gonna start talking about what we eat.
I wanna-
I eat a healthy diet of raisins and cornbread. That's all. That's all. We're going though, dude. We only got 19 minutes
I'm
left.
going to have to watch this show again to make sure you can hear our little device thing.
Ooh, okay.
I paid like $5 for this. Oh, I shouldn't talk about it.
Our nation was born. Is it actually 1776?
Yeah, July 4th.
On July 4th. On a on a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
On
All
a
right.
Thursday, like Thor.
Those dudes were
Thursday.
so high.
Yeah, you were born on a Thursday because I remember making the Thor joke.
Right.
So I don't have to look it up now.
What is that piece of art you have?
Oh, this is Jarrell. This is
just pen?
funny. It is. I think she uses. He uses. Sorry.
It looks like ink pen and colored markers.
Yeah, it must be marker for
I
the
think it's
color
marker.
and ink pen.
Yeah, it's not water.
Yeah, it's actually gorgeous.
Right, I could see it over there.
Really cool lines. And actually, he gave it to Michelle.
Even looking at it from the back, it's cool. I love those little
Yeah.
characters.
Oh, you should check out their work. It is like so.
Does he have an Instagram or something?
Yes, I'll link you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact,
Look at that. And is that? I mean, he just doodled that
yes.
out like quickly.
Yeah, just by hand. You should see all the work that they put out. It's crazy.
Who's they?
Jarrell, sorry, he. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a troop or a group or something.
Yeah, I mean,
So I love this little picture. This is really cool. I like especially the girls on the the group of girls.
yeah. Well, and it's funny because I saw the source material. He was showing me like what he looked at. I was like, oh, I like that. This is so much better.
Oh, yeah?
Like the lines of like their motion. Just look at their
Yeah,
motion.
that's what I
Look at
meant.
How real.
Yeah, look at them.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's Michelle in the middle.
Okay. I went to Artmosphere one time, and my friend Crystal was there, and she had just with a pen and some colors. You know
Yeah.
how they have them at Artmosphere.
Oh yeah.
She doodled this kitten with a beach ball. It's on my fridge. I said, "Can I have that?" And she gave it to me. I was like, "I have a Crystal Sylvester original here because I
Whoa.
mean it's beautiful." And she just like
Yeah.
just made little sketches and stuff right there while sitting at the bar at Artmosphere.
Skill is an amazing thing.
It's so realistic and cool. It's just like
Yeah.
it's beautiful. So actually, it's on my fridge still to this day. That was back in probably 2014 or something when I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, it's weird to think about that as something that's like learnable. Like you can learn to draw.
Yeah.
Like from not being able to draw, you can learn. It just takes like the application and time.
Just
and
like playing piano or anything else.
that's what
like
I've been
that.
learning,
I
man.
know. Yeah, and it just takes doing it.
Dude, it's really like a trip. Like it's making me think of all the other things I can learn to do, you know, with just time and dedication. Because it's like I come back to it, you know, and if I've been doing it for day after day, I'm starting to like, I'm learning. I don't think it's like the real Schubert Ave Maria. I think it's like an arrangement that's for like a intermediate beginner. But man, I'm like playing it, dude. Now I mean, playing it super slowly. I don't even put the metronome on a lot because like I have to pick it out. But I'm like learning to
Can
play
you
it.
slow the metronome?
You can't
down?
slow it slow enough to be as bad as I am.
Oh.
You know,
The metronome's
sometimes
like,
I'm
nope. Can't do it.
yeah. Sometimes it's literally like there's eighth notes that I'm playing like you know, it's like a super slow wave. What do they call that? Sludge core.
Well, oh yeah. If you saw some of my first drawings when I was a kid, yeah, they're not. The concept is there, but no.
Yeah.
But later on, I even saw it happen, just like with playing drums or anything else.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I could play a beat. Well, all of a sudden, I could draw a perspective tire. You know, if I
Yeah.
was drawing a car, I was like, oh wait, that looks right. Okay,
Yeah.
and you get it. It clicks. And then you figure out how to draw shine or something, you know, like something shimmery.
Fabric. You know.
No, I still can't draw people very well. I suck.
Oh God.
Hands and feet.
Ryan Reynolds makes a great joke in Deadpool about he doesn't say Rob Liefeld, but Rob Liefeld is this, you know, he created all these great characters and he was a big comic artist for, you know, decades in the 80s and 90s. But he can't draw feet. His feet look so stupid, and so he's always coming up with reasons
Cover them
to
up, like,
cover them up. Yeah,
Have
and
them behind a bush or something.
exactly. You know,
That's
or they
me.
just don't have feet. You know, it's a being that has
Point
smoke
like,
at the end.
oh yeah, like a genie.
yeah.
I suck at hands and feet. Faces are okay if I really take my time at them.
Yeah.
Bodies, okay. I can do bodies, the proportions of a body. That's fine, but I never practiced enough.
That's the thing. It's, you know, when you
Hands and
see like the hand study of Leonardo
Yes.
or Rembrandt or whatever, that's
Oh my
not
God,
them like
I mean-
showing off. That's them being like, how the hell do you draw a hand?
That was practice pictures.
Yeah.
And I mean, the intricacy of this hand right here with the
know.
shadows here and, you know, the little
Yeah.
veins and whatever. And that's a shadow. That vein, you see it because it makes a little bit of a shadow.
Yeah, man.
So all that stuff has to be perfectly mapped out.
And that's just the lines, not to mention the color.
Yes.
You know?
So, yeah, it's unbelievable to make realistic art like that. There was some really nice art at Omni Center last Art Walk.
Yeah.
Really,
Omni Center there on Jefferson, right?
yeah.
Across from the
we
Pearl
went-
by
well,
Green Room.
I forgot the artist, but we stood back, and I mean, it looks like one of them was, I think, a shrimp boat.
Yeah.
In a harbor, and you stand back, and man, it brings you in. It looks like, you know, it has depth
Yeah,
and
man.
realism. Love that kind of painting.
Me too.
You know, when somebody gets down to the intricates, shadowing of the
Yeah.
boards on the side of the boat and things like that, it just really sucks you into it.
Yeah, it makes me think about like the use of your time. You know, sometimes I feel like I have more interests than I have time to really feasibly pursue. You know, so what are you going? You know, what things do you want to spend your time on to get good at,
I think
and
that's
what things
a
do you
lot of
have to
people.
kind of, you know,
Yeah, to
what do you
every-
have to not do?
Yeah.
I think about that with Magic the Gathering, you know, because I still, you know, read up on it and, you know, am kind of into it, but I'm realizing that it's not like as fun as it is. It's like, well, you know, it's so much that you have to add to your knowledge,
Right.
like with any hobby.
That's why I don't watch TV.
Yeah. You got to fill up on what Captain Janeway said to Tuvok, you know.
I don't know who that is.
I do. You want
Okay.
to talk about it?
I figured, okay, if I'm watching TV for, let's say, 2 hours out of the
See, and
day,
that's hilarious that you say 2 hours because TV watchers, it's way more than
way
two.
more than two.
Way
2
more
hours?
than two. Two is nothing.
Wow, 2 hours is like.
And so my instinct is to do other stuff. You know, if I'm gonna watch something, you know, let me doodle or do something else.
I can't.
But then you have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I can't. If it's something visual,
Yeah.
Now, I want music playing when I'm doing anything.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the shop, music is on. I put a sound system in the garage for that reason. Not with TV. I cannot. In fact, when I'm watching the car shows
Yeah.
on Motor Trend channel, on the commercials, I'll check my phone and play on Facebook. As soon as the TV show comes back on, put the phone down because I want to see what the hot rod guy is building or whatever, and
Yeah.
I want to be able to focus on that.
Yeah, I can't remember who said it, but one of the French turn of the last century artists said that we decorate music with time in the way that we decorate our space with art. You know, it's just like this thing that a lot of people want to have around.
Yeah.
It's cool. Well, you know what people want to have around is more Jacob and Paul, but you only got 9 minutes, so.
Well,
Hey,
thanks
call
for
in.
watching.
Does this work? Maybe it doesn't work.
Look, my dad's calling me. I'm not going to answer it right now. I'll call him on the way home.
I'm going to call ourselves just to make sure that we haven't been flaunting a number that is
people might be throwing
uncallable.
popcorn at their TVs because they can't get through. That would be bad. Oh,
3668951. Yeah.
we went to Opelousas yesterday. Went to a fly-in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Calling into our live program on AOC Community Media.
Oh, I didn't put the number up.
Well, I put it on the.
While I tried to connect you.
Okay. But that's
Yeah,
good.
it's
That's
working. I put it on the link.
The link.
Hey. Oh, it went away. Okay, so we went to the Opelousas Airport. Is trying to get their fuel sales up and get what do you say?
Flights in, number of
Not notarization.
licensure?
Awareness.
Okay.
That they're there and they have
Yeah, because I
things for sale.
forget about there being a
It's a
strip there.
nice airport.
Really?
It's a really nice paved strip.
Yeah.
There's I think 2 runways and real nice little FBO there with
Huh.
all the amenities, a little break room and all this stuff. So they're trying to get people aware that they're there and they have fuel and all this other stuff. So they had a fly-in. About 20, 25 planes came from all around the state. And Mariah got to take a ride again.
Oh, man.
She has gotten hooked, sort of. It's like
In the helicopter or in a plane?
No, the helicopter was a couple weeks ago. This was a little,
Twin engine?
not an ultralight, but a light sport airplane,
Okay.
which is under a certain amount of weight, can only hold 2 people, has under a certain horsepower, can only go so fast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of restrictions on it, but a light sport license is easier to get than a full-fledged pilot's license, and you also don't have to have as much medical
Yeah.
thing. It's not as restrictive.
Oh, man, that's cool.
So, and no, the planes aren't cheap. This little light sport airplane
Well,
with 100 horsepower Rotax
120?
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, about $120,000.
Yeah.
So it's not like a cheap in, but it's cheaper than getting a full-fledged pilot's license.
Yeah.
And it's easier to keep. And some of the planes out there are just beautiful. Like this little thing Mariah flew in, it looked like a dart. It was this
Wow.
little sleek fiberglass plane. So sweet looking. And the controls are almost like an F-16. Like you sit at the front with your your instrument pod in front of you, and you've got slick canopy just all around you, so your visibility is amazing.
Man.
Really cool little plane. But I recommend, like this was advertised, I recommend if you get the chance to go to one of these fly-ins, it's cool to be just around these beautiful machines and, possibly get to ride,
Yeah, that is so cool.
Anytime you can fly in a little airplane, do it. And people talk about, I'm scared, it's not safe. Bull. We
Yeah.
were way more danger driving through Opelousas.
That is statistically true.
Then-
it is so true.
than
the
flying.
truest kind of true.
I mean, first of all, there's nobody to run into you, which
Yeah.
is why I said that about driving through Opelousas. I mean, any town, but we drove through Opelousas. There's people everywhere that are idiots, not paying attention to you, that are going to run into you.
Guess what? You can actually text and fly. It's not as dangerous.
It isn't. Because
Yeah.
what are you going to hit?
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you have a...
Eventually, the ground. If no one is paying any attention, that's the only.
If you-
that's your only predator in
If
a
you
plane.
texted for maybe 30 minutes or so and just didn't pay any attention. But it's you're flying in something that gets maintained constantly, basically made new every year.
Yeah.
There are 1960s and 50s and 40s planes flying that are brand new. If something is corroded slightly, if something is worn, it gets replaced.
It begs the question, the Ship of Theseus question: is it the same
Yeah, well, okay.
thing.
That's a good point because
You
there
know?
are warbirds, like for instance the P-40 that
Yeah,
we worked on.
every part
They
is been
started with a
replaced.
data plate.
Wow, yeah.
And they used the old plane for patterns to make new pieces.
Did they take any parts off
Oh yeah,
of old planes?
there's a few pieces. There are a few, but it's a few. I'd say the plane was. I'm gonna go out and say 80% replaced.
Yeah.
You know, there's 20%. The engine, of course, the engine is rebuilt, but it's a factory block with new internals and
Yeah.
things. But it's a block that was built in the 40s. But everything else might have been built in the 40s, but it's new to this engine. The airplane itself is all new sheet metal, like made in 2008, whatever, when we were building the plane. Yeah, most of the plane is not 1943.
I mean, that's the whole thing. So think about a person made in 1943. You know, they have the question of conscious continuity. Like, are we even the same people?
Well, your cells rejuvenate.
Yeah, they do.
Every, what is it, 7 years? 8?
I mean, that's like the little piece of.
Okay,
but
so
I mean, I think it's
how
happening faster.
many times has that happened?
Yeah,
in,
some of the stuff is slower. I don't know. I
Right,
know the liver
okay, but
regenerates
in-
quicker.
in your lifespan so far.
Yeah,
Let's say,
all your
every
cells have
cell has been
regenerated.
regenerated to some degree.
Yeah.
So
Well, and then I mean, there are philosophers that ask if you're conscious. You know, we think that we're the same person,
right.
but you know, we react differently at different times, and you know, maybe we get more or less. I know in my life I've gotten way less angry, like less quick to temper as
Same
I've
here.
gotten older. You know,
I'm more like, why does that even matter?
I know, and I think about how much I would want to just kick the shit out of my former self so many times. You know, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
like, why did you do
what
that?
you-
Why-
yeah,
why are you such a dick?
But I can move that slide rule up to like practically, you know, earlier today when it's, you know, why didn't you finish the dishes before you left the house, dude? You know, I made this delicious breakfast. I almost did, but I half-assed it. I have to do dishes when I get home.
What'd you eat for breakfast?
Oh man, well,
we have time for your breakfast?
we only
Yeah.
have 3 minutes left. I'll
Okay,
tell you
yeah.
about breakfast. Yeah,
I
Michelle's.
cheated on mine.
Oh, really?
I just
You
bought
cheated
something.
on your breakfast?
I
You went
bought
and had
something.
McDonald's or something? I made for Michelle's dad, Gilbert, and Maxie, his girlfriend, and Diego.
Oh, they're here?
They're not. They're probably on the way back now to Houston.
Okay.
But they came in for Michelle's show for Chicago, and so I made a delicious a French toast with this crazy bread I got from the farmer's market that had been sitting. You know, it's like 2 weeks old. It's been in the fridge. Oh man, it was so good. Add a little hot honey into the batter. That was into the egg wash.
Really?
That was the trick. And a little salt. You know, no vanilla. And then I made eggs, scrambled eggs, and then I made this bacon, y'all. And they thought I must be. They thought I was Mr. Moneybags with this bacon.
Right.
You know.
Oh, man.
So good.
Yeah, they were in for a treat. But
think
I didn't.
about this
Okay,
bacon.
so you mix honey in with the eggs?
Yeah, with the eggs and milk.
Yeah.
And a little salt. A little dash of
Yeah,
salt.
I've done the dash of salt. But
Yeah,
I've
I
never
usually
thought
do
about
vanilla.
honey.
But I like the
I've
honey
never done
more.
vanilla.
Oh, okay.
I've never
usually
done
a little
in scrambled eggs.
Oh no, I'm
Or
talking about
just
in
for-
the
just for French toast.
French toast. And you know, I'll make the eggs from that's left over. I don't really like them though.
Okay, so you couldn't do it in scrambled eggs then. It wouldn't work.
You could make French toast in scrambled eggs. Oh, you mean to add the honey to the scrambled eggs?
Two scrambled eggs.
Yeah, you
I wonder.
could. I didn't.
I
I think we should try it.
think
But you mic it first. You want it to be a little hot. You don't want it to coagulate. You know, you don't want the honey to like change the consistency of the egg. So you
Oh, I see. Before you mix it in with the mixture. Yeah. I see that.
yeah.
Just a little bit.
dip
Barely
for
water,
30,
just so
20
it's
seconds.
liquid. Yeah. Huh.
Yep.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna try
a
that.
final thought.
Next weekend, I'm going to try that, and I'll report back, because we're going to do a show next week, and I think we have Mangata coming back. because
Yes.
They couldn't make it last week.
Okay, great.
They got called out to work.
Okay. We can't wait to see them. I had a great show today. That was fun. Thanks to Roger Peak.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Roger Peak came on. One more time, Chicago is playing all next weekend, the end of June. I was doing that. I actually have a video of, you're not supposed to shoot, but after they finished, I shot like the curtain call of them all
Yeah.
coming out. I didn't want to run it, but man, it was a truly stellar production. So hopefully more people can check it out.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had another weekend.
We may go again. I don't know. We'll coordinate. Maybe I'm thinking about going again. We may actually shoot it, even though I don't think
Michelle's in
I'd
it.
actually be able to run it because of the copyright stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Because they paid to put it on, but not to film it.
Yeah,
you know?
so you could film it for them.
I think we might just shoot it so they
Personally.
can like
Yeah.
the coach does with the game,
Like
the
we
big
filmed
game.
a few of Andrew's plays. I mean,
Exactly.
you can do that for them.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then just don't talk about it on TV. You know that you're doing it.
Right. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I
So,
know nothing.
oh my gosh, I gotta show Jude's. It's happy birthday to Jude. He's 1 year old.
Okay, wait, 1 minute.
1 minute. Look at this baby. Hang on. Look at
There we
this
go.
Baby.
Whose baby?
It's Jeremy and Natalie's baby, Chittenden. They're my buddies.
Okay, oh, so.
Yeah.
All right.
But enough about them. We're talking about the baby. Look.
Right.
Look. Okay. Here's my thing. Since when do babies give presents? Now, when you go to a kid's birthday, they give you presents, which I love. Thank you very much. It's lovely, but it's like that is a wild precedent to set. It used to be you just bring him presents, which I didn't do either. I'm terrible.
I like that shirt. That's a nice shirt. Is that a wagon or?
Isn't that cute?
car,
I
or-
think it's a wagon with a bear singing to a palm tree or something.
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that's
Something like
interesting.
that. So, oh, look, and he gave you a present too. So,
Awesome. Thanks. What is it?
Jude,
Thanks, Jude.
thank y'all for watching.
Thanks, y'all. Good night.
Later. Okay, stop.
My coffee lasted exactly long enough.
Nice.
Like the last sip of coffee was right there. Man, I didn't even talk about everything that was on the list.
Oh man, my bad. I was rattling.
No. I'm saying it was good. We had enough to talk about that.
Yeah.
I was in the beginning. I was like, oh shit, I better write down more things. But no, it turned out fine.
I'm not figuring